It's not every day a president reveals supposed top-secret military tech, especially in such a dramatic and public way. But with Donald Trump, expect the unexpected. He's always been a master of spectacle, turning even the most serious moments into headline-grabbing events. In a headline-grabbing interview, Trump claimed the US used a weapon in Venezuela so secret, he named it himself, the Discombobulator. The name alone was enough to set the media ablaze. Yes, the Discombobulator. Less Pentagon, more Saturday morning cartoon. It sounded like something out of a comic book, not a classified arsenal. The world was left wondering, was this a real weapon, or just Trump's flair for spectacle? Was it a slip, a joke, or a calculated move to keep everyone guessing? Trump didn't just hint at new tech, he branded it, boasted about naming it, and made it sound both terrifying and absurd. He knew exactly how to capture attention and stir up curiosity. The announcement blurred the line between military strategy and reality TV, dominating headlines and sparking global confusion. Suddenly, everyone was talking about the Discombobulator. Was this a genuine leak, or a calculated distraction? The ambiguity was the point. Trump's unpredictability kept both allies and adversaries on their toes. News outlets scrambled to verify the claim, while analysts tried to guess what a discombobulator could even be. Was it a new kind of weapon, or just a clever piece of misdirection? Was it a sonic weapon, a cyber attack, or pure fiction? The possibilities seemed endless, and the lack of answers only fueled the frenzy. The story quickly took on a life of its own, spreading across social media and sparking wild theories everywhere. The discombobulator wasn't just a weapon, it became a pop culture phenomenon overnight. Memes, jokes, and even fan art exploded online, blurring the line between fact and fiction. And everyone was left asking, what in the world is going on? In the end, Trump's secret weapon may have been confusion itself, leaving the world both amused and bewildered. Let's rewind and break down the real events that unfolded in Venezuela, a night that would change the course of history for the country and send shockwaves around the world. On January 3, 2026, under the cover of darkness, U.S. Special Forces launched a daring raid in the heart of Caracas. Their mission, to capture President Nicolas Maduro and his wife. The operation was swift, intense, and meticulously planned, resulting in their dramatic apprehension. The U.S. military described the mission as surgical, emphasizing precision and minimal collateral damage, but Venezuelan officials painted a very different picture, calling it a bloodbath. They reported dozens of casualties, not only among their own soldiers, but also among Cuban allies who were present in the city. In the aftermath, defense officials in Venezuela accused the U.S. of using their country as a testing ground for new, highly destructive technology. These claims would later fuel President Trump's controversial statements and conspiracy theories. Then, a viral, unverified account emerged online. A Venezuelan guard described experiencing a mysterious, paralyzing sound wave during the raid. According to him, it caused intense pain, nosebleeds, and even temporary paralysis among those exposed. Whether this story was real or simply propaganda, it fit perfectly into the growing narrative. A weapon designed to target people directly, not just destroy equipment or infrastructure. The rumors spread quickly, amplified by social media and news outlets hungry for sensational details. The idea of a secret, people-targeting weapon captured the public imagination and stoked fear across the region. The stage was set, a high-stakes raid, unexplained symptoms, and whispers of advanced secret technology lurking in the shadows. Into this chaos, Donald Trump stepped forward and dropped a single, unforgettable word: discombobulator. The term instantly became a lightning rod for speculation and debate. Suddenly, the world's attention shifted from the facts on the ground to the spectacle and mystery surrounding this alleged weapon, leaving everyone wondering what really happened that night in Caracas. Trump didn't just tease the discombobulator, he built anticipation with every word, letting the crowd's curiosity reach a fever pitch. He hyped it as a game-changer, a secret weapon that would tip the balance of power and leave America's rivals scrambling. He claimed it discombobulated everything, neutralizing Venezuela's military hardware and making their rockets useless, rendering their most advanced technology obsolete in an instant. Trump relished his role as both commander and creative genius, boasting, "I came up with the name myself." He wore that creativity like a badge of honor, as if naming the weapon was as important as inventing it. The name itself, cartoonish, almost childish, became an instant meme, trending across social media. People everywhere were sharing jokes, gifs, and wild theories about what the discombobulator could actually do. Was it a weapon or a punchline? The public couldn't decide. Some thought it was a real breakthrough, others saw it as pure spectacle, another headline-grabbing moment in a presidency full of them. Trump's reveal was classic showmanship. He dangled forbidden knowledge, then shared it for maximum impact, making sure everyone was watching and talking. The contrast between the silly name and its supposed power only fueled fascination. It was a blend of comedy and menace, making the story impossible to ignore. Trump's message was clear. America has a magic wand, and he's the one who named it. He positioned himself as the architect of American strength, the man with the answers. It was political theater at its finest. Branding, bravado, and a dash of absurdity. All rolled into one unforgettable moment that blurred the line between reality and performance. The Discombobulator story wasn't just about tech, it was about projecting dominance and personal flair, about making America look untouchable and Trump look larger than life. And for a moment, it worked. America seemed invincible, and Trump, the ultimate showman, had everyone's attention. As experts scrambled to decode Trump's claim, consensus quickly formed: there's no single discombobulator in the Pentagon. Most likely, Trump bundled a suite of advanced technologies under a catchy made-up name. Analysts suggested he was conflating electronic warfare, cyber tools, and maybe directed energy weapons. Real capabilities, just not one magic device. The effects described: jammed electronics, paralyzed soldiers, could result from using several systems together. In modern warfare, dominating the electromagnetic spectrum in cyberspace is key. So, while discombobulator is pure Trump, the concept of disorienting an enemy with high-tech tools is very real. Trump's genius? Turning complex, classified tech into a headline-grabbing brand. So, what real tech could have created the discombobulating effect in Caracas? First, electronic warfare jamming radar, blocking communications, and scrambling GPS to leave enemy forces blind and isolated. Next, cyber-physical attacks, like the infamous Stuxnet worm, can silently disable weapons, power grids, and command networks. Then, directed energy weapons, high-powered microwaves or lasers that fry electronics without a sound. The US has developed systems like CHAMP, capable of disabling entire networks with a single flyover. Finally, graphite bombs, blackout bombs, shut down power grids by short-circuiting electrical infrastructure. Used together, these tools could paralyze a military without firing a shot. The discombobulator may be fiction, but the tech behind the myth is very real and already in play. Trump's story was wild, but the science isn't science fiction. The real secret? Modern war is fought with invisible weapons. The moment Trump uttered discombobulator, comedians rejoiced. Late-night hosts mocked the name as something from a cartoon or a theme park ride. The contradiction was irresistible. Trump not allowed to talk about it, then spilling the details on TV. The press reported the story, but couldn't resist the absurdity. Memes exploded, with people imagining what a discombobulator might look like, usually something out of Looney Tunes. The name became shorthand for chaos and confusion, entering pop culture overnight. Comedy became a way to process the bizarre reality: a real military operation, a silly name, and a president who blurred the line between news and entertainment. The discombobulator was no longer just a claim, it was a meme, a punchline, and a cultural phenomenon. Why would a president make such a wild claim? Because spectacle wins. In a world drowning in information, a story like the discombobulator cuts through the noise. It's simple, memorable, and instantly shareable, turning a complex operation into a blockbuster plot. For Trump, it reinforced his brand as a bold, unconventional leader with secret powers. It projected American dominance and reassured supporters, while intimidating adversaries. But there's a cost. Every exaggerated claim chips away at public trust. When spectacle trumps substance, cynicism grows and facts become secondary. The discombobulator story was political theater, effective in the short term, but corrosive in the long run. It left the public entertained, but more confused than ever about what's real. When the laughter fades, what's left of the discombobulator story? It's not about whether the weapon is real, it's about how spectacle now overshadows substance in matters of war and peace. Dozens died, a continent's politics shifted, but the world obsessed over a goofy name. The real story. Modern warfare is invisible, complex, and hard to grasp, so we latch onto simple, catchy narratives. Trump's branding genius turned a suite of technologies into a personal legend. In an age of information overload, whoever controls the story wields the power. The danger: we lose nuance, seriousness, and accountability, trading reality for entertainment. The Discombobulator isn't just a myth, it's a warning about how easily we're captivated by spectacle.